Today we're gonna talk about the lazy egg. Hello my treasure, welcome back to another Tamagotchi video. And in today's Tamagotchi video we are gonna talk about the Gudetama Tamagotchi Nano. This is a Tamagotchi Nano which has been released for quite some time. Its first release date was on the 27th of December 2017. Yes, can you believe it? How long it has been already? This Tamagotchi is almost a decade old. The release date in North America and in Europe are also different. So in North America, it came out almost a year later on the 15th of December 2018. And in Europe, we only got this one back in 2019. Yes, I know. We in Europe, we wait a much longer time to get our Tamagotchi Nano. These Tamagotchi Nanos were actually priced pretty decently. Back in Japan, they were priced around 2,500 yen, and that was excluding the cases, because these Tamagotchi Nanos came in either a loose variant or one with a casing. It came with two casings. So we had the egg-shaped casing and we had the fully Gudetama casing, as you see here. In North America, the regular ones were priced around $20 and the one with casings were only $5 more at about $25. Yes, I'm rounding them up because they were priced at $24.99, but that is always a psychological thing for people to think, oh, it's only 24 instead of 25. In Europe, they were not priced in euros, they were priced in pounds. So the regular ones were priced at 19 pounds and the ones with the casing were priced at 27 pounds. Yes, I know. They were quite more expensive in Europe than they were in North America or in Japan. Both the Japan price and the North America price did not include taxes, whereas of course the European price and the, well, specifically in this case, the pound price was including taxes. We already talked about that this Tamagotchi Nano came in two variants. It came with a variant which has a casing surrounding it, and it also came with a regular variant. And as you can see, I got both the casing variants, and I actually got mine from Japan back in 2017 when they were just released. So yes, mine are a bit old and I have been playing with them quite a lot. Also with this one, which is again back in the casing again. But these Gudetama Tamagotchis were more of a gag type of Tamagotchi Nanos. And what do I mean with a gag type of Tamagotchis? Well, what I mean is that this Tamagotchi does not have a lot of gameplay in it. Also, it doesn't have a very difficult evolution chart. And basically, it's just, you know, hatch your egg and see what end dish you end up with. There are, of course, methods to get certain types of Gudetamas and certain kinds of end dishes, but a lot of the times they really are more a draw of the luck than that you can really do a specific care type to get the Gudetama version that you want. Gudetama starts off as a cute little egg that hatches, and then you get a baby egg. And this baby egg says a couple of different things that depending on if your Gudetama is happy, unhappy, or if it is at 4 p.m. because at 4 p.m. your Gudetama will say something towards you. So when it is a baby, it will say burp, burp, num, num. And when it is unhappy, it will say, boo, I'm not happy. And when it's gonna play with you, it says, peekaboo. You get to have your baby for 24 hours. And you can only play one game on this Tamagotchi Nano, which is the egg game, and the egg game is a luck game. So you will have one Gudetama in one of the two eggs that you will see pop up and down, and you need to select which of the eggs might have a Gudetama in it. And the funny thing is, depending on which type of Gudetama you have, you will see, if you select a Gudetama in one of the eggs, a different pop-up of the cute little lazy egg. So on the Tamagotchi wiki page, it already tells you which type of Tamagotchis you get with which type of care. A lot, of course, is dependent on the care type you do, but also has to do with luck, because it is not guaranteed that if you do a specific care type, you will get that Gudetama that you would like to have. Same goes for the ending. So after 24 hours, your Gudetama evolves into the next version, and then it stays with you for 9 days. And after 9 days, Gudetama is ready to evolve into the final stage, and that is becoming a meal for you. Granted, of course, if you take care of your Tamagotchi Gudetama. If you don't take care of it, you will get the ending cutscene, which is a ending cutscene where a Gudetama has passed away, not end up in one of your favorite egg dishes. So there are multiple egg dishes that you can get. My favorite egg dish is the crepe, because that one is just so gorgeous. Back when I first started playing with this Tamagotchi Nano, it was one of the endings that I actually achieved, but it is quite hard to get it, because in this playthrough that I've done, I only managed to get Omurai's ending on both my Tamagotchi and Gudetamas. I had, on my first run, I had Gudetama, which of course was a bad care. Yeah, I did not take very good care of my Tamagotchi. And on my other Tamagotchi, I got the sitting Gudetama, and yeah, it was just sitting there. Now on this run, I have the shell Gudetama, where Gudetama is just lazing around in its shell. And on the other one, which I have here, is the laying Gudetama. And yeah, they both feel, as you can see, they both are just lounging around. These two will evolve into their final form in, I think, 2 days from now, if I'm counting correctly. And then I will get, again, another cutscene, depending, of course, on what these Gudetama can end up with. Let's have a closer look at these two Tamagotchi Gudetamas. And as you can see, they are quite funny. And let me show you also what happens when you feed them. Depending on what Gudetama you have a different feed schedule, same as, there we go, he's just, you know, lazing around. And then when we grab this one also eats in a different way than the other one. Same goes for the, oh my gosh, what is happening there? That felt so wrong looking at that one. And then you can play one mini game. There we go. We have the Gudetama mini game, and then basically you need to select in which egg Gudetama is in. I think it's in this one. Nope, I was incorrect. Let's select the same one. Okay, this is not gonna go very well, right? Okay, let's now select this one, and I'm not going the best way. Let's do this one. There we go. We have Gudetama, and then let's do it again. Please be in this one. Nope. Okay, so we did not get a perfect score, but we did get a win. Even if you select only Gudetama one time, it still counts as a win. If you are not able to select the Gudetama at all, it will not count as a play. So yeah, make sure if you're gonna go for a certain Gudetama, that you make sure that you win 40 times this game. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be 40 times that you play this game to get. It's the DJ Gudetama, which looks amazing. Oh, by the way, also if you don't select anything, the computer will select the one where the arrow is on. There we go. Let's do it one more time. Oh, boo-hoo. So sad. Too bad. And there are 20 food endings which you can end up with. And like I said, my favorite is the crab one. It is a huge ending cutscene which moves backwards and forwards. I cannot show it here because the footage is somewhere gone, but trust me that if I can find the footage, I will paste it here somewhere in the community tab so that you can see that it is a huge ending, and it is my favorite ending on the Gudetama Tamagotchi. And that is basically everything about the Tamagotchi Gudetama. What did you think of this Tamagotchi Nano? As I said before, this feels more like a joke Tamagotchi Nano because, like I said, this is one of the few Tamagotchi Nanos which only has one game on it, even a luck game on it, and where nothing is further expected from you after the first 24 hours, and then you just sit out your time waiting until you become one of the delicious egg dishes that you can end up with. I know currently this Tamagotchi Nano is quite expensive because it is already a older Tamagotchi Nano, and I just want to say you are not missing out that much with not having this Tamagotchi Nano. It is one which I am very happy with because it's just a funny Tamagotchi, and I am a collector and player of Tamagotchi Nanos. But this is not something that I would recommend for the casual Tamagotchi player who just loves them as an accessory. Like I said, this Tamagotchi Nano is currently very expensive to get secondhand because, yeah, it is an older Tamagotchi Nano, and specifically the ones which come with the cases. Yeah, they can range up to almost 100 euros, and that is just, it's not worth 100 euros. There are other much more interesting Tamagotchi Nanos out there. And one, of course, also from the Sanrio line, which are out there, is the Kuromi one, is the Hello Kitty one, or is the one which was recently released, the Pom Pom Purin one. I still don't have that one. Soon it will be in my collection. But yeah, if you are looking to play a Sanrio Tamagotchi Nano, go look for those. Those are still priced very recently. Only if you are the biggest Tamagotchi Gudetama fan, then yeah, you might want to pick it up. But yeah, my recommendation is don't pick this one. I hope that Bandai will do a re-release of the Tamagotchi Gudetama because, you know, our lazy egg is a funny egg. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I say miss you, love you, bye-bye.